Hi, my name is Ann Zimmerman. I want to tell you a story, something that happened to me a long time ago. I have four children. They are all adults now. The first one is a girl, the second one is a girl, my third one is a boy, and my fourth one is a girl. They were all young, maybe between the ages of 11 and 1. They all came to me and they kept bugging me. Hey, mom, we want a dog, we want a dog. And I'm like, no, it's too much to take care of, to feed and to pay for it. No, I don't want a dog. So after battling with them, I finally just gave up. And I was like, okay, um, I'm not going to buy a dog, but we can all go to the dog pound and choose a dog maybe to adopt. The kids were all excited, so we all jumped in a car and we drove down to the dog pound. Wait, I forgot to add something that I'm really nervous about dogs. See, I like to run, and I had a few experiences with dogs. So one morning I was out running, and I can hear a dog was chasing me, and I felt like I was gonna have a heart attack. So I just took off running. And one time I was out running and a dog was chasing me and I ran and I jumped up in this tree and I started climbing up in a tree. So I waited for the sun to come up. The dog eventually got bored and he left and I was relieved. Inside I'm still nervous about dogs. Anyway, getting back to the point, so we arrived at the dog pound. So we looking around and I see this cute little dog. And the kids they see this big dog. It was a German Shepherd, and I'm like, it's cute, but it's too big. Look at this other dog. It's small, it's cute. Don't you like this one? But my kids, they refuse to give up. And they kept bugging me and bugging me. Mom, we want this one. Mom, we want this one. We want this one. So I said, fine. And we just picked this one and we pay for it. And we pay for neuter. Which one I forgot, but whatever it requires. We arrived home. We got the dog house set up. We put on the collar. When we got home, the dog just played. It seemed nice and friendly. So now it's nighttime, and I sent the kids to bed. So I took the dog out, made sure the collar was on, made sure the chain was put together, and it was in the ground. So I said goodnight to the dog. The next morning, I woke up early to go running. So I look outside and I see the dog was gone. And I see the collar was on the ground. So he must have took off. So that was awful. So I tried to hurry up before my kids get up, and I drove all around before the sun came up, and I'm looking and looking for the dog. So I look over and I notice there's a group of kids and they're waiting for the bus, and I'm like, it's early in the morning. So right there was a group of kids, and they was just standing there chatting. And right next to them, I noticed the dog, and it was just sitting right there. So I got out the car and I said, hello, 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 hello. Hey guys, that's my dog right there. So I walked over to the dog and I put the collar on the dog and I pulled the chain and the dog, it refused to come. So I told the dog, come on, it's time to go home. I looked to see what time it was and I'm like, it's the sun is coming up and I know my kids are awake by now. So I'm pulling on the dog and it's just refusing to move and it's standing there. And I'm like, it's late. I don't know what to do. So I picked him up, carried him over to my car. I opened the door and I threw him inside. So when I got home, I'm walking and I'm like, I'm proud. I'm proud. So the dog got out the car and it started running all over the place and it started jumping all over me. So I'm nervous and I'm upset, but I'm proud too because I brought the dog home. So the kids are already awake and they're looking around for the dog. And they're like, well, mom has the dog. She's brought the dog home. And I'm proud. So I'm like, yeah, I found him. So the kids went to go play with the dog, pet him and rub him. And the dog rolled over on his back. So the kids noticed, mom, that's not our dog. That's a girl dog. So I brought the wrong dog home. Oops. So later on, I seen another dog, and it was just sitting on a car, and it was just looking and looking. And I said, "Oh, there's my dog." It really happened.